Have to get your own coffee around here now. The letters are in, the panellists are in, they're just getting their makeup done right now. Jono's sitting over there, he was sitting over there 5 minutes ago, but the discussion stalled and we had to shoot this bit, so he's gone over there. Here are the letters that we'll be discussing tonight, if my mouth works okay. First one tonight, to understand the meaning of life, you've got to know how to work a toilet brush. First letter tonight, coming from Madison, isn't it? Boy or a girl? Madison, what sort of name is that? Second letter tonight. They do everything loudly, very loudly. Even a quiet night at home for them involves about 20 visitors turning up. They're the Greeks next door having a party every night and they're writing in to complain. Not about too much, I think they want to join them. And the last letter tonight, there's so much criticism of Donald Trump that most people can't see the big picture. That's okay, neither can he. These letters, terrific lineup of panellists coming up right now. Don't go away, sweet and sour. Madison's a boy or a girl? Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Pour some sugar on there, baby.
It's time for Sweet and Sour.
How about some chili?
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sweet and Sour. Lovely to have your company. Gary Mitchell with you and a terrific lineup for you to meet immediately. Perth's party boy is still on the panel. Welcome back.
He hasn't been on.
What number party are you up to now, do you
Since the
reckon?
last episode, Gary, I've managed to continue the record. I've gone 7 more.
Oh,
I'm now up to
You're a
45
shocker.
parties.
Hang on,
That's
do
outrageous.
you actually eat at home at all?
No, I don't. I don't have a kitchen.
That's why he does it. What do you do? Do you go to work every day?
I go to work and then I go out straight away. Often change at work in the car and then I go somewhere.
wow.
Like I'm here tonight, Gary, but I'm off after this as well.
Have you ever gone
we
from
all
a
go?
party
Can we go?
to a court?
no.
I
That
can't.
I think you should, I think you should
That's a
refuse
fair
to
question.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone from a party to a council meeting?
Yes, I have.
You're a shocker. Beck, are you still on holiday?
No, we're back.
We're back?
We're back.
Oh,
Kids
so
are back.
peace of mind.
Smiling. Bye, kids. Yeah, no, they're back
for you.
at school. And, you know, education. It's all about education. Get them back to school. I've had them for
Sure it
2
is.
weeks. Yeah,
Good for
education.
you. Thank you for being with
My
us tonight.
daughter says the same thing, you know. She
She says
wrote,
it's about education.
At the end of the Christmas holidays this year, she went back to school and they had to write something for English. And so she wrote a persuasive piece on why there should be less school holidays because she misses her teachers and her friends too much.
She's in primary school.
Yeah, totally.
She's
I
in
was
primary.
one of those kids. I missed school when we were on holiday.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
loves it. She's 6 weeks is just too long
And
for
you
her,
know
you
what?
know.
I still
Good
miss
on her.
school. Daniel, do you
What's
miss
wrong
school?
Home life.
Nothing.
Welcome, Daniel. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, Mitch.
Another legal sitting on the end. Do you go out every night of the week as well? And, you know,
Oh, most nights, yeah. Other than Monday, no. Oh, what are you laughing at, John? You're there too.
Well, you're at home on Monday watching Sweet and Sour.
No, I'm working hard. I just get the photos of your parties, mate. That's all.
here we go. Letter 1. What party are we going to tonight then after this?
Wherever John's going. We're following John.
The Pied Piper is the way we go. There's
my
Sweet and
car.
Sour panellists. My son works in a cafe. Terrific. We're all coming afterwards. Where is it? It's in Burnside in Adelaide. It's your suburb. My son works in a cafe and it's his job, among other things, to clean the toilets. He doesn't complain about the cleaning. He does, however, complain about the inconsiderate slobs who leave the toilet cubicles in a most disgusting state. Thank you for writing to us. This is a lovely letter. Having brought my kids up to be responsible and to clean up their mess and not impose themselves on others, he can't understand why so many people can't use a toilet brush after they've finished their ablutions. I just tell him that he's fortunate to understand that a key fundamental to having a successful life is being completely responsible for yourself and your own actions. In being responsible, he is also a very, very caring boy, and the moment he noticed the short order cook leave the loo without washing his hands, he immediately ran up and reminded him to do so. When the cook laughed it off, my son went straight to the manager, who did nothing, but then warned him against dobbing in on colleagues, that is. He came home furious. So I'm writing to you to get this off my chest. What should I do as his parent? I want to ring the manager and abuse him. I want to shame the cafe on social media, but I need to also consider my 17-year-old son's position. What's the important thing to do here? Shouldn't public health be a priority? Madison of Burnside in South Australia. Deanna?
Yes, of course it should, and you should definitely name and shame this cafe.
When do you do that though? You've got to consider your
Whenever
son.
you want on social media, I would ask the son first. But really, does he want to work there anymore anyway?
No, go and
he
get
can
another
probably
job.
if he's really responsible and a really nice kid, he'll get another job anyway, right? But I tell you what, really, like, the thing about this letter. I have a thing about dirty toilets myself. Like, it freaks
Well, you brought up with the toilet brush as well.
Yeah, yeah. I will clean a toilet wherever I am if it's disgusting because I can't even sit on it if it's feral. Like it's blah. So I get his whole like, no one cleans the toilet. It's true.
Have you been
No
to
one
any of
cleans
John's
the toilet.
parties?
No, but I would be terrified of going into the bathroom, I suspect.
Oh, very clever. Very hygienic.
Who are you dobbing in to the? You can't dob,
business.
but you can't dob into the health department for that, can you? Only if you see things. You can't say someone didn't wash their hands. Isn't it
Of course you
only
can.
if you see?
Look, it's up to them
can
whether
you?
they come and investigate it or not. But of
Her
course,
first
that common sense?
responsibility is to her son, isn't it? Like, you know, yeah,
It
okay,
is.
you don't want to have a cafe
To her son.
if it's happening, but she's got to make sure that he's okay first. If you know, if she can, he can find another job, as he said, well, all well and good.
Yeah.
Maybe she could encourage him to do
find
it, give her,
another job,
yeah.
yeah.
But in the
Don't dob
meantime,
him
it's not.
before.
Yeah.
We're
So what do?
That's
You wait
dobbing.
until he's got another job before you know him.
maybe you assist him get another job, but you don't make him take the fall for your public health crusade. That's what I reckon.
well, it's his public health crusade too, I think.
Well, sure, no, absolutely, but he's got to.
He's 17. He's got to find. Yeah.
John?
Yeah, well, I'm very worried about dirty toilets.
Is that because you spend so much time?
No, I once went to India and there was
wow.
no toilet paper.
No.
There was a communal mop for everyone that went into the toilet, and
Well,
that's what a communal mop.
A mop?
So that one mop
For
was
your private
used
bits?
for your private parts, front and rear. Having said that,
Amazing souvenir.
toilet responsibility is a very important thing in my world, and this short order cook could be making an omelette, for example, coming out to your table, and he hasn't washed his hands after he's been to the toilet. Those thoughts that are conjured up in my mind are just awful.
Yeah. Look.
Do you want that omelette?
Do you know what? We do not know what goes on in cafes, restaurants, anywhere.
Well, you've got a pretty good idea that they're pretty
The only safe place
clean,
to
though.
eat is in your own home. Enough said. Seriously, you are clean. No.
never go
I
out.
work. Well, you wouldn't. So that's
You'd
what I'm
never
saying.
go
We
out.
would never know. We don't know. Our systems we're
but you
immune
do.
to it. Well,
if there's a case of food poisoning and it's
well, but
really
who
rampant.
here has ever had food poisoning? Oh, I've never had it.
Yeah, I've had it.
Okay, so
I
I've
have a lot of it. I go out a lot, and
Right, I've never had it, thank God.
He
No,
gets
but
most
touch
of it
wood, I
from
bet I
this
will
place.
now. I just,
Haven't been to the same Michelin star restaurants, obviously. No.
it's, cook in your own home. I worked in
If
a
you're
lot
gonna
of
worry
cafes
about
and
it, cooking your own
restaurants.
home.
Oh
We've
my
got a pretty
goodness. I've
decent
seen
standard.
some terrible
In
things.
I've worked in a lot of cafes and restaurants, and there have been very, very few occasions where really bad behaviour has been going on. Like people forget to wash their hands and stuff, and I think it's good call to say to someone, "Hey, you didn't wash your hands. You're touching people's food.
call.
That's
That comes
gross,
from management
right?"
too. That comes from
But that's the
where
problem
that's
here.
not happening.
This is why I
We
think naming and
asked-
shaming
Yeah.
is good.
You people at home, to answer this question for us, does a clean cafe toilet also mean a hygienic cafe kitchen? And here's what you said, 36% said yes.
Yeah.
64% not necessarily.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're having a bit of a Greek party. Woo! Don't go away, more of Sweet and Sour.
Someone give me a plate.
three of us with Greek heritage, though. You've got Greek heritage.
Who else has got Greek heritage?
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
So our Glendy in
had no
Perth is
idea what
on
it was.
April the 21st and 22nd. And how appropriate, because our letter coming up after we do the social media is about Greeks in Australia celebrating. If you'd like to send us a letter, send it to the address that's appearing here. Look at all our social media, isn't that terrific? sweetandsour.net.au, that's just our, what do you call it?
Website.
That's our website.
It's called a website.
What do you call all the rest? There's the Instagram.
There's Twitter, there's Instagram, there was your website, there's Facebook.
Snapchat.
For everyone who does send us a letter, we're going to send it to the movies courtesy of our very gorgeous
What do you call that?
Natalie Cameron and NRC Communications. And the movie we're sending you to this week, courtesy of Natalie, is a thriller called A Quiet Place, starring Emily Blunt. Can we have Zorba in the background for this one? Dear Mitch. Guess not. They're wonderful people, but they're always in the backyard with a lamb on the spit and party music. That's April the 21st and 22nd in Perth. More specifically, Greek party music. My family's background is English, and the Greek people next door are a very different breed to us entirely. Don't get me wrong, they are the loveliest, friendliest, even possibly the happiest family in the neighbourhood. They're just very different to us. It's like living next door to my big fat Greek wedding. They do everything loudly too. Even a quiet night at home for them involves about 20 visitors turning up. Well, here's the real issue. My daughter now spends most of her time at their place, much to my husband's annoyance. It's just so entertaining for her. She loves it, and they do treat her as part of the family. She's even started speaking Greek words to us. My husband hates it and demands me to fetch her home constantly. He's always complaining and telling her off. None of them are doing anything wrong, and I think that my husband has prejudices that are a little irrational. He may even be jealous. So what do? At 12 years of age, she's having a ball with her Greek family next door, and she is an only child, so all the fun and activity is such a lure. Claudia of Beachborough in WA has written to us, Daniel! Someone with a Greek background, first on this letter.
Mitch, I know it can be pretty loud. Hopefully tonight's no exception, but I'm not sure she has to do anything here. Look, it's going to be annoying if your daughter's going across the road, next door all the time. But it's not really.
Why is that annoying?
It's
terrific. It's a
that's
safe
right.
environment.
It is terrific. Yeah. It is terrific. But you can understand her dad may be feeling a little bit left out if there's foreign language coming into his own home. He might. Yeah, he's lonely. He kind of feels like it's something he's not sharing with her. Maybe.
So it's no fun in your own home, and she.
No, 100%. No, 100%. Look, I'd invite them to dinner, right? But maybe. That's just me. I'm just saying that she doesn't need to
get pie and sauce. Go and get the lamb next door.
Oh, well, I mean, that could be, sure, pie and sauce, I don't know, I'm sure they could do better than that. I reckon Claudia's cooking's pretty good, personally.
Oh, personal experience, you know this, Claudia?
Well.
Deanna?
Yeah?
You like Greek food?
Oh, I love it.
Well,
love it,
good,
love it, love
because
it.
on the 21st and 22nd of April, at Elizabeth Quay in Perth,
Quick,
the Greek land.
Come over here so everyone can see you.
Oh, there you go. All right, there you go. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's totally fine. I reckon he's just a bit of a grumpy old man. And irrespective of how old he actually is, I think he's being a bit of a grumpy old man. He's being a bit pouty and a bit foot stampy, and maybe, but for crying out loud, you've had her for 12 years, let her have some fun. She doesn't have any siblings, she wants to go play.
Yeah.
I reckon that's great.
It's exciting.
Me to go over.
How about you spend some time with your wife while your kid, who's been in your house for 12 years, goes and hangs out with someone else?
Yeah, look.
Very clever.
Totally, right?
Seriously, if this is a major issue in your house, then really you've got
issue.
nothing to honestly. My life, I need my This sounds like so much fun. What a fun family to live next door to. You never know who your neighbours are going to be, and embrace their culture.
So welcoming, right?
Jesus, they could move out, and you could end up getting a whole different kettle of fish in there. So you don't want your daughter going over there. Enjoy it. Enjoy.
There's a what?
Do you reckon there's a son next door?
No, she's only 12. She's only 12. Don't even go. No.
Right? So is that part missing?
You know what? He's
You're
jealous.
missing the menu.
You're just not even. You're not even going over there and meeting them. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the culture.
Take your husband to the Glendy on the 21st and 22nd of April at Elizabeth Quay in Perth. Jono, give us the wrap on this one.
Well, I'm very biased because I am a quarter Greek. And
another Greek on the panel. What's going on there?
What I can say about the Greeks is they have the best food: souvlaki, baked spaghetti, calamari. Then we can move on to the part of the world where they live. They have the most beautiful island in the world, which is Santorini. And
I've just worked out why you never eat at home.
And dare I say
he eats at all these Greek family places.
But dare I say it, they also have cracking parties where plates get broken and Zorba the Greeks play.
Yeah.
So
of course.
I think this is a wonderful arrangement. I'd love my children to be going next door to share in this culture.
Absolutely, the cultural experience that she's getting is just
right.
So Claudia, tell your husband No deal.
Yeah.
Your daughter's going over.
Leave him at home. You go over there with your daughter, embrace it, and do, you know.
Must be close to dinner time. We're all going to Mum. She's making gomades.
I want to eat some lamb.
Okay, we asked you people at home this question. After all this time, do Aussies like to eat souvlaki and other Greek foods? And guess what?
Let's say yes.
Here's what you said.
Let's say.
60% said yes, and 40% are still stuck at home with their pie and sauce.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Now, when was that Greek festival on?
The 21st
Right.
and 22nd of April
just-
at Elizabeth Quay.
Let me write that down. The 21st
Glendy.
and the
The
22nd
Glendy.
of
It's
April.
Greek for party.
Is that what that is? I was going to ask
Glendy.
you, what's the
It's Greek-
Glendy?
It's Greek for party.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to give Donald Trump a Nobel Prize.
Oh,
Believe it or not. I think we'll go back to the Greek party.
Yeah.
Sounds better. When we come back, don't go away.
Hello there. You might recognise my voice from the radio. Just in case you don't, you're one of the few that doesn't, here's my name right here. We haven't got a super... I know it's community TV, I just want... Hi, I'm Sam Mack and I'm going to be on Sweet and Sour.
It's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Welcome back to Sweet and Sour. Here we go. Last letter of the evening coming to us from Victoria. Hi, Sweet and Sour. There's so much criticism of Donald Trump that most people can't see the big picture. Neither can he. He said when he was campaigning for office that he would like to solve the North Korean problem by sitting down with Kim Jong-un. Well, now that he's proposed as much formally, I think he should be given the Nobel Peace Prize. Did he propose it? Didn't Kim Jong-un propose it?
who knows?
After all, Obama got one and he did nothing to deserve it. Can you imagine the mad left-wing press trying to cope with that eventuality? But why shouldn't he get one? If he pulls it off, he's entitled to the gong. This would be a huge step for world peace, and isn't that what we all want, or is it only when it's delivered by Hillary or by the Hillarys of this world? Or is it only when it's delivered by the Hillarys of this world do we sit up and cheer? Come on, it's time for the Donald to be acknowledged. Surely the panel agree. No, we're still stuck at the Greek party. It's from Lee of Preston in Victoria. First up, Jono.
Well, what do I think on this one? Donald Trump is quite an amazing individual, and whilst I don't agree with his politics, you know when he says something, he actually means it. And he just doesn't toe a straight political line. He's completely barking mad. He's the guy that wanted to build the wall between Mexico and America. He's the guy that after the Oscars said the only interesting thing on TV is me. And yeah, look, if he manages to achieve peace between North Korea and America, I'd support him getting a Nobel Peace Prize.
But he hasn't done it yet.
He hasn't done it yet.
And I don't think he suggested it
I
either.
reckon he needs more acknowledgement. Like, surely it's time for the Donald to be acknowledged. I think he's one
think he
person I
needs
can think
more?
of
That's what
hasn't
he
had
wants.
enough acknowledgement.
Oh my
He
God.
wants
yeah.
acknowledgement. That's what he
I
wants.
think, speaking of the Oscars, I
He's
think,
a
I think his
sociopath.
wife outdoes any actress in getting the Best Supporting Actress award, Best Supporting Role for supporting him. Look, I think
Does
he
she
is,
do a lot? She's like a
No.
mannequin who,
No,
there's
but
no
I
expression
don't even
whatsoever.
think their marriage is.
Sometimes there's an
They're
expression.
even there.
Sometimes it's not very pleasant.
No, it's not. She is not very happy with what she is doing.
Cut it out.
She's not happy.
She's married to a billionaire.
She's in a
She's
tough-
delirious.
Yeah, well, you know.
Isn't that what she wanted?
Yeah,
That's what she
look,
got.
I don't care. I think he's an absolute dickhead. I don't know him. I don't like him.
Are you voting for a Nobel Peace Prize for
No, he's
him?
a pig. He absolutely scares me that this egotistical, women-hating, and he is, Twitter-loving lunatic is actually the
At the
world's
control.
leader of...
He's not the world's
The free
Well,
world.
the free world he is.
Oh,
Well, he really, the most influential, he really...
I don't know whether he's the leader of the free world anymore.
And I don't think they're the most influential nation anymore either.
Well, he
No.
won't get booted out, though, will he? He won't get booted
Of course he will.
Eventually.
So what if he does?
Things can change.
What if
very
he does
quickly.
get a peace treaty and nuclear disarmament with North Korea?
I'll give him a Nobel
This guy
Peace
that you
Prize.
love, that
Well,
we
then
all
he does
love.
need it. Then you're right. Then
Well-
yeah, okay, but he won't.
Yeah.
And who
won't.
says it'll stick anyway?
He won't.
Changes his mind every 2 minutes anyway.
He won't.
Very vulgar character.
Well, I don't know. Look, even if he does go down that path and he winds up having conversations with North Korea and he
Which is
gets
wonderful.
them and he gets
For
them to
about
put their
5
stuff
minutes.
down, then that's great. But who says it's going to stick? You know, I think a Nobel Peace Prize needs to be for something that has some sort of long-term kind of commitment.
Well, they might be able
behind
to
it.
deliver something long term.
And his
Like
point
what?
before was that, I mean, he's obviously no Democrat voter, right? Obama got one just about from the moment he walked into office. He hadn't really
that's right,
had a
he
track
did.
record of anything. So it doesn't really, they're not always given for a history
good
of,
stuff.
of achievement.
Would you? But why would you give one to Donald Trump then? You know, at this point in time when he
he's pretty
hasn't
good, isn't he?
achieved anything.
No.
There's nothing to give him. Whereas Obama had a message, and I think that's why he got.
But isn't that what this letter is saying? If
Yeah,
we
the
all
letter
hate him,
is
right?
saying that.
If
If
he's
he does,
able
yeah,
to
but that's
succeed,
what the letter was
shouldn't he get a
saying.
Nobel
Well, the
Peace
two
Prize?
of them should get it, surely.
Yeah, sure.
And surely
Although-
it was Kim
Yeah.
Jong
Imagine- Imagine giving Kim Jong Un a share of the Nobel Peace Prize. And you'd have to give it both. You'd have to give it to both of them. Like, this is the guy, you know, who's mass murders in his own country.
Mass murderer, Nobel Peace Prize, killed his own brother. He's never stepped out of North Korea once he became leader. Two sociopaths together.
managed
Why would you award two psychopaths a
managed to
Nobel
hold
Peace
on, though.
Prize?
I mean, it just can't even happen. We cannot even think that it's going to happen.
How old was he when he took over? 27? I'm not sure how old he was.
17?
But
Yeah,
however,
28,
however
27,
old he was, he's managed to hold on for a fair while. Like, that's probably in North
But that's-
Korea.
Because
it's
he's
not
got his
the
whole
easiest
country
thing to do.
scared.
That's what those
Because
people do.
they
They just
can't
want to
do it.
hold on. That's all they do. It's about them. It's not about anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
about
that's
them.
why I'm suggesting that there's a possibility that whatever agreement comes about might not stick.
Oh.
Like anyone can go back on anything that they say
So then
anytime
they
they
should
want.
take the prize back. If it
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
That's what we said earlier. But can you take a Nobel
I
Peace
reckon
Prize
his
back? I
tweets
don't
should
think
get the
you
prize
can.
for literature.
That's another question.
His
That's
what?
His
exactly-
tweets should get the prize for literature.
Donald Trump should get the,
Yeah.
Here we go.
the literature prize. All right. Do we like this letter to give away the
Dylan
pair
got
of
it for
limited
No.
edition?
No,
You don't?
Let's
No.
go with the
I like the Greek letter.
The Greek letter.
Yeah,
I'm
the
excited.
Greek letter.
All right.
Yeah.
Because now you can
When's it, Glendy?
The Glensky, April 21, 22. The Glendee, not the Glensky.
Glendy.
Glendy.
22nd and 21st of April at Elizabeth Quay, where you can get your souvlaki, where we're all going afterwards to go
want
and
a
buy
souvlaki.
one.
I spent like 10 minutes talking about souvlaki. I'm starving.
Me too.
I need to go and eat some food.
John's having
We're all
fun
hungry.
later.
It's just happening.
You know what? Before we go, how about we show you what all of our people at home thought about Donald Trump with this last Your Say one. We're going to flash it up. Can we flash it up right now? We can or we can't? No, we can't.
what was it?
Brandon said we could.
What's the answer?
Okay, here we go. 38% of people said that Donald Trump will last in his full term of office. 62% said he won't
Okay,
last
that'll be
in his
I'm
full
trying
term
to
of
say,
office. So he's probably not going to be there long enough to get a Nobel Peace Prize. We got to go. We're off to the Glendy. What date was it, John?
The 22nd of some month.
And 21st.
21st and 22nd.
Second, at Elizabeth Quay, how do we say goodbye in Greek?
Kalinichta. Yasu. That's all we need to say. Yasu. See you on the 21st and 22nd of April in Perth at Elizabeth Quay.
We got it. We
Thank all
got
of our
it.
wonderful panellists.
We got
Thank
it.
all of our terrific crew and good night, Australia. Kalinichta. That's it.
Kalinichta.
Kalinichta. Kalinichta. Kalinichta. Kalinichta. Good night, everyone. See you next week. Goodness me. Kalinichta. Kalinichta.